According to the CDC, in 2018, 67,367 people died of drug overdoses in the United States. In July of 1971, the U.S. government pledged a war on drugs. While drugs are a very dangerous thing that causes destruction in families and communities, the fight has improved it, but is not enough. Yes, drugs cause death and crime throughout the United States, but there are programs to help this. Right there is a needle that will be used for heroin and other drugs that come in the form of a shot and injections. 67,000 people is still a lot of people dying from drugs yearly, but it is getting better slowly. Whether it's accidental or suicidal, those numbers are important. There are obviously more ways to die from drugs than just overdose. Alcohol counts as a drug, so DUIs and OUIs count towards that. According to the CDC, in 2016, 10,497 people died in alcoholic impaired driving crashes, for 20% of all traffic-related deaths in the United States. These people were fairly unkilled by people who are driving under the influence. There is also diseases that spread through dirty needles that can also kill people. So drugs that can be abused are very illegal, but they also carry crime with them. There's just a picture of a drug deal. Drug-related crimes are defined as being possessing, dealing, and manufacturing drugs that have potentially to be abused. Most of this comes from drugs and drug cartels and gangs, but it can be arrested for everyday people. The Bureau of Justice Statistics state in 2004, 17% of the state's prisoners and 18% of the federal inmates said they committed their crimes to get money for drugs. It just shows how powerful these drugs are, and people will do crazy things to get money for them. Yes, there are different crimes than just what was stated. There can be murders because of them. When it comes to like botched drug deals and something goes wrong, there would be attacks and murders. And since alcohol is defined as a drug, DUIs and OUIs are also crimes. I'm not saying drugs and alcohol cause school shootings, but a lot of the shooters have been under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Another form of violence can come in the form of roid rage, or people who are on steroids who attack other people or sometimes murder them. Yes, these things are horrible and can be prevented with certain programs. There are rehab centers that when people go into, they get counseled and teach how to live without these drugs and why they don't need to take them. Now, the rate of success for these are a little controversial because people are known to relapse and get stuck into the cycle of going to rehab and then relapsing. There's also a program that sounds a little counterintuitive, and that would be the needle replacement program. It's where druggies can send in their dirty needles to get clean ones. Now, yes, this doesn't stop them from doing drugs, but it helps to stop the spread of AIDS and other diseases that can be spread through dirty needles. In certain counties in the United States that have extremely high overdose rates, you can get overdose kits, and it saves people lives when they're in overdose. You just give it to them, and then they would help the overdose and stop them from dying, basically. Now, these programs help people stop doing drugs and stop the spread of harmful diseases. Now, yes, drugs are very dangerous and destroy families and communities. They kill so many people yearly, and it's such a tragedy. People also get arrested for this stuff and face lots of time in prison. Now, some of the crimes are dealing, possessing, and murders that come from botched deals. It's a very big problem in the United States, and I think us as people living in the United States can really go out and help stop the spread of drugs.